Hi, Redhead. I'm just getting started. Hi, everyone. I'm Peaceful Nick the Medium. I am going to answer some mediumship questions. Hi, Mr. Stum. Hi, everyone. Ask me questions before it gets crowded on here. So if you have any questions about mediumship, hi, Laura Mag. And ask me. Call me meow. Hello. So any questions about mediumship, you can ask me in the chat there. Stacy Burnett. Hello, hello. Happy Friday, everyone. The holidays are really ramping up. I hope we get a lot of good questions. This is a good opportunity to ask questions for free. Hi, Stacy. You have any questions? Sailing Bare Hands. Hi, PRNY girl. I just answered your question. So if you have another question, you can put it here. This is a good, I was going to go live earlier, but my son showed up unexpectedly. And you know how it is if you have kids and they show up, you know, it's hard to do anything. That's nice, Mikey. I don't know what that means. Stacy wants to know, did my mom know she was sick? Most people have an inkling that they're sick before they pass, even if they don't admit it outwardly. Sometimes people hide it from their family. They are in denial. So I would say, just in general, the likelihood that she knew something was off is probably almost 100%. Now, did she go to the doctor and get a diagnosis and withhold it? I don't think that is the case. Laura Mag. Hi, my fiance died in his sleep suddenly. I don't know why. Usually when that happens, it's a brain aneurysm or a heart attack. People that can happen to people of any age pretty much. So I would say it's one of those two things. I'm feeling very much the brain. Hi, Tasha Diffie. First holiday without my Aunt D. I'm so sad about it. Do they celebrate in heaven? Okay, that's a great question. So I like to call heaven the spirit world, because it's all one world, really. And they don't have the same type of like holidays that we do. They see what we celebrate. They see and acknowledge what we're doing because they've been here and they've seen all of that. And so they can watch what's happening. So they can acknowledge it. They can watch it. They do enjoy seeing when we're happy and celebrating. Now, unfortunately, for many people, holidays bring a lot of trauma to the surface and drama. A lot of people don't enjoy going to their family's house for the holidays because there's people who are stirring the pot, they're making them feel guilty about things, they're bringing up uncomfortable things, and sometimes family members are abusers. And you have to realize that it's not comfortable for everybody to go to holidays. Yes, somebody said encourage more viewers to share. If you click likes, I think it'll go out to more people, but I don't mind small lives, honestly. So it's okay. So they don't celebrate holidays because what really happens, there's no time in the spirit world like there's time on earth. Oh, I didn't see yet, PRNY girl. Maybe I answered you twice. I don't remember. I have this capacity to really erase my brain after I answer questions because I just can't hold it all in there anymore. Let's see. Karen Shan, is my cousin Byron around us? So I'm going to tell you that anytime just you typing "is my cousin Byron," and this goes for everybody. As soon as you type their name, think their name, talk about them with somebody else, dream about them. Dreams are another whole story. They can be there instantly. So spirit is quantum. And if you don't know me, I assume many of you don't know me. You just caught me on your FYP probably. I'm a scientist. I have a biology bachelor's degree and a master's degree in astronomy and physics. So I did that for years, and I still work in science communication and education to this day. So I know a lot about the quantum realm. And so spirit is in the quantum realm. And so time is not the same for them as it is for us. And when you think of someone in spirit, they can be there instantly, because quantum particles, which is what our souls are, our spirit, can move through time and space instantly. The quantum realm has different rules than our three-dimensional world that we see and touch. So yes, they can be there instantly, and they can be around. So anytime you think of them, you're basically sending out a signal for them to come to you. So that's for everybody. Karen Shan, yes, your cousin's okay, and can, just like I said, can be around everyone. And this was very hard. There's a lot of questions. Is my daughter with me, etc.? Everyone who crosses to spirit is okay. There's no such thing as hell. Even though I grew up with a certain religion, and I still somewhat participate in some of those traditions. For me, it's more traditional than literal, because of my work in the spirit world. They're always around. They're always okay. There's no hell. There's no burning fire and brimstone. The worst thing that can happen to people if they're a terrible person, which, most people have their issues, but most people are pretty normal. But people who are really terrible, they go and get reoriented. So they meet with their teacher, or likely their guide, or some, depending on the severity of the atrocities they may have committed, they may meet with a higher spiritual being that sends them into a reorientation process where they have to look at their life, feel the feelings they made people feel that they hurt, and then figure out why they did those things and what can they do to rectify that in their next life if they choose to come back to this planet. So every person, every normal person, which is most people, goes to the spirit world and is greeted by their family and is safe and at peace. And they deal with any issues they may have had, any harm they may have caused. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Smashley. Oh, I'm sorry about your best friend. That is heartbreaking. Just know that your best friend is safe and at peace and watching over you and guiding you. And I feel a whisper in your ear. You hear something. Let me know in caps. Yes or no, I hear it. Something happens to your ear, ringing, whisper, flutter, something like that. If you're still on here. Sometimes people ask questions and then they leave. Oh, thank you, Brandy. I try to be very peaceful. She says, I find you very peaceful. And something's gravitating me towards you. What, just some personal stories. I had a really hard childhood. I'll just say that. It was full of many, 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 many challenges and traumas. And I worked really hard in my life to not recreate that for my husband and my children and break the cycle. So I try to maintain a very peaceful presence. I try not to get my emotions too ramped up, high or low. I try to maintain kind of a monotone presence just because it can be soothing to people. And when people are reaching out for healing, you don't want to be like making a big show out of it, because it's not about me, it's about your healing. And so I just feel like it's more helpful to people if you can be present peacefully. So I appreciate that. It took many years and a lot of work. I didn't come out this way. Oh, Kathy Behrens. Everybody go follow medium Kathy Behrens. She's amazing. We went to mediumship school together. We still sit in circles every week. And by the way, I have a free mediumship circle. Email me. My link's in the bio for my Linktree email and all that, or through my website. Follow medium Kathy Behrens. She's wonderful and amazing. She's also very peaceful, like I am, and has a wonderful presence about her, and an amazing mediumship abilities. Actually, she did a reading for me the other day and brought through my uncle, and it's still with me. It's been since Tuesday, and I'm thinking about it and telling everyone I know about it. She's amazing. Please, please, please follow her. She's I can't even say enough about her. Yes, Smashley, ears ringing. Yeah, she's trying to. So what happens, in my opinion, there's different reasons for ear ringing, as long as you don't have tinnitus. To me, ear ringing is a very high frequency of them trying to communicate. So when I'll get that, when I'm about to have a reading sometimes, and sometimes during a reading, the spirits are trying to, they vibrate at a different energetic frequency, and we can't understand it. So if you want to hear what she's saying, ask her to slow down and say it in a way you can understand it. And she may bring a picture into your mind, or you may hear her voice in your head. Most people, when they get messages from their loved ones, see it in their head. Like when you have a dream, you see it in your head, or hear it in their head. You may hear that. Some people see it outside, like in front of them. I've asked the spirit world mostly to not show me full spirits. I have seen one for sure shadow person that wasn't evil or harmful or anything like that. But that was many years ago. But I have asked the spirit world to start showing me things outside of my head more. And so now I can see things projected on my wall when I'm doing readings. But you can ask spirit to show you things in a certain way so you feel safe, because they are not here to scare you or harm you. So ask, when you hear the ringing, ask them, say, can you slow down or show me in a different way so I can understand you. Let's see. Will I get the rent assistance? Timmy, I think, Timid Bull. I do not make psychic predictions professionally. I would say that every time I've ever been in financial need, there has been something that has happened that has helped me in some way financially. So I have faith that you will get help, but I'm not making a psychic prediction. Brandy said, is my dad sending me any signs, and what would it be, and how can you feel them around you? So a bunch of stuff I just said would answer that. And you can ask your dad for a certain sign or to come to you in a dream. And it can take practice. It doesn't always happen immediately. You can, my brother-in-law, who I was very close to, passed away in 2016. And it was a very, very long years, probably 3 or 4 years before he came to me in a dream. He was very stubborn in life. He would not be happy that I'm a medium because he was a Methodist minister. And he thought all that was of the devil. But so maybe that's why he took so long. But you can ask them to come to you in a dream. That doesn't always happen right away. You can ask them for specific signs. I was doing a reading earlier, and the lady had asked her loved one to show her a ladybug. And it is December, and she's in a state where it's definitely winter right now. And yesterday when she was at work, there was a ladybug on the door to her office. So those are... Oh, hi, Crawdaddy Longlegs. I definitely will tell them. I love you, honey. I've known that child since, well, he's a man now. I've known him since he was a little boy. I miss you. You got to come visit us anytime, sweetheart. Oh, that's my Eddie. I taught him in school, and he's my son's best friend. Jeremiah's getting married, Ed. You need to call him. He's getting married in Florida in June. Sorry, guys, personal stuff. I hope you're still on here. Okay, let's see. So yes, Brandy, you can ask for a sign. And if you, if there's something that, like doves for me is the main sign my mom gives me, and the song "You Are So Beautiful," those are the two things I get from her. And if you see something that reminds you immediately of your loved one, and this is for everyone who's wondering, say you see a red cardinal and immediately you think of your loved one, that's them putting that cardinal, using their energy to either put that cardinal in front of you and make you think of them, or the other thing that could happen, because they know, because there's no time in the spirit world, they know you're going to see that cardinal. And so they put a thought in your head of them when they know the cardinal's going to go in front of you. So there's different ways that can happen. You're welcome, Kathy. You're wonderful. Anyway, follow Kathy Behrens. Oh, tomorrow, medium Kathy Behrens. Tomorrow, I have a small group. It's only $25 a person. There were 2 people that dropped out of the group because, it's holidays and they're traveling and stuff. If you want to join that group, if you don't want a full reading, you just have a couple questions, you can email me through my link in my bio. It's peacefulnik, N-I-K, themedium@gmail.com. And you can sign up for that. I also have free spirit circles. It's free, it's late. Free mediumship circles in January and February that I'm offering. You can email me for that. It's 3, basically they're classes. It's 3 classes on mediumship for 2 hours a piece, and it's completely free. There's no obligation. There's nothing like that. You don't have to go through all kinds of, red tape. It's just completely free. It's through Zoom, and I'll ask you which days you're available so I can get everybody on the same schedule, and then I'll schedule them for January and February. It'll probably be 3 Saturday evenings for at least the one class. If I have enough, because I have some people who can only do weekdays, I might do a week day or weeknight class as well. All right. Thank you for the rose. So we can choose to come back to Earth, like reincarnate. You just missed an R, tiny. So I've read Journey of Souls, and I've read some other books about lives between lives and reincarnation. And the going thought is, from all the people who've been when therapists or psychologists have put them under hypnosis or in deep meditation, they all say similar things. We can come back to this planet many, many times. Some people come back to this planet thousands of times. Remember, humans have been Homo sapiens for about 250 to 300,000 years. So we can come back here as many times as we want. We don't have to come back to this planet. There are other people who say that we can go to other planets. And also in Journey of Souls, some people say they go to planets just for a break from people. and where there's just like, it's just like a big forest or filled with animals and plants and things like that, to kind of get a break from human life. Because, oh, thank you, Kathy. Because Earth is very hard. It's according to, now I haven't had a past life regression. I desperately want to get one within the next year. Life is hard on Earth, and I could see where people would not want to come back or want to go to an easier planet. Brandy wants to know, great question, does having a reading help with the grieving process? That is the number one reason why I'm a medium. I lost my mother when I was 15. She passed away right at my feet, suddenly, out of the clear blue. And, I've lost other loved ones, of course, but that was the most profound loss, as you can imagine, at 15 years old. And I believe, and you can probably ask others on here that have had readings, it helps you start the healing process, because it helps you to know that people aren't gone. They're just in a different form, and they will come back again if they choose to. They're still around. You can talk to them anytime. Anybody can learn mediumship if your mind is open to it, and if you don't have some kind of fear mental block. I have a couple of nieces who are atheists, and they follow my social media, and they'll click like every once in a while, but they probably may not be the best candidate to be a medium, because they're not that open to the spirit world. But I've given one of my nieces some messages for her husband, and she was blown away, but didn't really talk to me for a while after that, because she's got a fear block. So you have to be open and unafraid, and it's okay if you're afraid. Maybe someday you won't be. All right. Let's see. I'm just scrolling through. All right, Colleen Irene. I dream about my grandmother about one time a month. I hoped it was her visiting. I get this question a lot, and there's two kinds of dreams in my opinion. Okay? One dream is a discombobulated mess that makes no sense, and everything's, it's a dream. It's out of order and it's weird. That, to me, in my opinion, is not a visit from a loved one, most likely. A dream that makes sense and has a sequence of events, to me, is a visit from a loved one. My mom comes to me in dreams. She always has since her passing in 1986. And we're always in a kitchen. Some kitchen, it's always a different kitchen. We're always cooking, we're always laughing, we eat cookies, doing mom and daughter stuff and having conversations, and it makes sense and it's in order. Actually, an interesting story, I just realized. My mom's best friend, I've been thinking about her a lot because she has dementia, and she's pretty far advanced in her dementia. She's got caretakers 24 hours now. And she actually stood up for me at my wedding as my mother, because she was my mom's best friend. And I've been dreaming of her a lot lately, in a place we used to go camping together when I was growing up. The families all went together. And so I believe when someone has Alzheimer's or dementia, their soul can your soul can kind of go back and forth anytime, but that's another story. But especially if you're in a coma, you have brain dysfunction, you have a brain injury, Alzheimer's, dementia, things like that. I believe you can travel back and forth anytime you want during that. And if anybody on here has ever known someone with Alzheimer's or dementia, or someone who's come out of a coma and talked about seeing people in the past that have passed away, I believe that is true. They're actually visiting with their loved ones. My father-in-law passed in 2007. I was never even considered being a medium at that time. It wasn't even on my radar. And he was talking to people who passed. And I said to my husband, I said, you know what? I wonder if because he's got dementia or Alzheimer's, if he's going back and forth, like is his soul going back and forth? And I never forgot that. And I brought that into my mediumship. And I've heard the same story from other mediums and read it in mediumship books. So I know I said that. A lot of stuff. I am DAW2245. I need a reading. Are you open? You can book on my website. It's linked up in my bio on my link tree. For Saturdays, my next Saturday appointment is January 8th. I have some weeknight appointments next week and the week after. You can email me through my website for the, or just peacefulnickthemedium@gmail.com for weeknights. I don't have, my webmaster was traveling, so she hasn't fixed my weeknight setup yet. So go through my website. Yes, I have readings available. Anna Breaks for Fraggles. Is there anything you can tell me? I've been trying to recognize signs. I'm not sure what you mean. So if you could clarify that. Oh, PRNY girl. The anniversary of your aunt's passing. Oh. You were very close, I assume. Oh, Ed, call me anytime. Oh, my phone number's different. Get it from Jeremiah. I'll be happy to talk to you. Anytime. Of course, honey. That's Ed. He's my little buddy. Oh, Rachel. That question. She wants to know, what would you tell someone that is afraid of death? Since I can remember, 3 and 4 years old, I had death panic attacks my entire life. Up until 2 years ago, and I'm 51 years old. I would wake up from a dead sleep in the middle of the night screaming 2 or 3 nights a week at least, and wake up my husband because obviously he's asleep there. And I would just panic. Day, night, panic. Terrified. Just absolute. It just makes me anxious thinking about it. When I started my mediumship training, it was out of the blue. I wasn't expecting it at all. As soon as I started my training and as soon as I started getting evidence from the spirit world, my fear went away completely. I have not had one panic attack since I started getting evidence from the spirit world, not one. I have had a couple of very small moments of fear, but very short 30 seconds. The other ones were sheer, absolute panic attacks. I had someone tell me one time, a psychologist, because I asked about it, because it obviously was a problem. And she said, if you're afraid of something, find out more about it. Which I did for a while, but it didn't really make the panic attacks completely go away. It did temporarily. But my fear was this, and it may be different from your fear. My fear was nothing happens after we die. I'm not afraid of pain. I've been in plenty of physical pain. Anybody who's had a baby without an epidural has been in physical pain. I've been in physical pain. I'm not really afraid of that because that's temporary. I was afraid that when you die, you disappear. Your consciousness disappears. And when I started my mediumship journey, just gone, just completely gone. And it was when I started really doing readings for other people and getting evidence for them that they validated, it just was like undeniable. It was reading after reading after reading, evidence after evidence after evidence. I couldn't deny that I was actually getting messages from the spirit world. And so our consciousness clearly moves on. And so it just disappeared, just went away. That's my story. Maybe get a reading from someone. If you don't resonate with me, that's fine. Find someone that you could maybe get a reading from that can help you understand that the spirit does live on, if that's what your fear is. ANNT87. Yes. So my free circle/class that I'm doing in January and February, I can help you with that through there, or you can just get a free consultation with me. Email me, peacefulnickthemedium@gmail.com. Nick has N-I-K, no C. Or you can go through my link in my bio. And you can either sign up for a free 15-minute consultation, video consultation, or you can sign up for my free classes. Either one of those, I can help you with that question. Hi. Yeah, you can pay for a private reading. Just go into my bio. My links, all my stuff's linked in there. I have a link tree. Just go to the link tree and it'll take you to my website. Tex Med, how come I had a bad childhood? I asked myself that for a long time. So there's two parts to a human. We have a human brain and mind and a spirit brain and mind. And if you've ever seen a Venn diagram, if you have young kids, you've seen them on their homework, two circles that overlap. So you got the human mind in one circle and the spirit in the other circle. And the more closely overlapped they are, the more aligned they are, probably the better the person's going to act. But the more separated they are, the more mistakes the human's going to make. Because the soul always wants to do the right thing. Always. There's no soul that wants to do the wrong thing. It's the human that makes the mistakes. Because if your soul comes into a human body and they're not aligned, there's going to be problems. So humans are the ones that do the harm, not the spirit. It's not the soul of the person. Now, as a person who's been harmed by people, as we've all experienced something from someone who's been mean to us in some way. It was really hard. I mean, really hard for me to accept that everyone goes to the spirit world. But when I learned through Journey of Souls and by Dr. Michael Newton and other books that you don't just go to rainbows and butterflies and everything's fine. You have to make amends in a way and figure out why you made the mistakes you made when you go to the spirit world. So know that it's not the spirit of the person, it's the damage, because anybody who's harming you has been harmed. A person who's had a wonderful life is not going to come out and just harm somebody. They are repeating a cycle of trauma and abuse that they endured. And sometimes a human just can't handle that, and they do horrible things. Beverly Hirsch, how do you know if you have been reincarnated? Most people have been reincarnated. There are probably some young souls. You've heard young soul, old soul. You've heard those terms. Most people have been reincarnated on Earth probably many times. But there are people who do past life regressions. I know Meredith with a Y. She's on here. She does past life regressions. Kathy Behrens, if you know anybody else in our circle that does that, could you tag Beverly Hirsch in that. I don't know anyone else offhand. I'm sure you can find somebody, but if you do find somebody that's a past life regressionist, just like some random person, do research, because you don't want to get scammed. I've given readings to people who've been scammed before. So make sure that they're a legitimate person. Ask for references. If you're suspicious, ask them for references from other customers. Ask them some questions in an email. Make sure if they answer, promptly. Do not pay outrageous amounts of money. Make sure it's a reasonable, obviously they're giving you their time, so you probably will be charged. But make sure it's not outrageous. You don't want to go into debt for that. There are people who will do it for reasonable prices. And then you can find out. Oh, Anna breaks for Fraggles. I'm so sorry. Was it an OD? Answer me in caps, yes or no, OD. I answered that. Yes, Ann T 87, I agree. Oh, really, Tiny? Like what? Oh, that's funny. He must have had a really good personality. He must have been funny. Ooh, lots of stuff just loaded. Evelyn Chavaria. I would say, oh, hold on, the thing, it went away. Oh no. I don't know. A whole bunch of stuff just loaded and I lost it. Evelyn, I think you were asking about you don't hear your sister. If you're having trouble getting a connection with a loved one, start a meditation practice. There's a million free meditations on YouTube. Find one you like. There's also, and I send this to a lot of my clients, I go to YouTube and I put sitting in the power, mourning a loved one. Sitting in the power, mourning a loved one. And you'll get a million videos come up. Find one you like and it'll walk you through a meditation. There's 10-minute ones, there's 30-minute ones, there's 3-hour videos. Find one that resonates with you and see if you can make the connection. I can tell you this. I'm actually training a student right now who was very undisciplined and had a lot of, her brain went way too fast for her mind to keep up with. And ever since I started with her mediumship training, she's starting to really blossom. And she's an adult and, a responsible, normal, functioning adult. But it was almost like this thing was missing from her life. And so everyone can connect in some way. So try sitting in the power on YouTube for mourning a loved one. Oh, Smashly, interesting. Her ears are ringing. Can't see or hear her. Ask her to show you in a different way. Ask her, and it might be the pink orb. Very well. Yes, they can hear your thoughts. That's correct. I'm glad you guys are having a really good dialogue. Tiny and Ann T. Great, wonderful. Yes, Suzanne, her fiance passed in June tragically. When she wakes, she feels like he was here, but can't remember the dream. That happens. Just keep trying. I'm sure he was there. They come around more than you know. Arlene, try to do some normal things with the kids. I know you're struggling and the 1-year anniversary is the worst. especially if it's around the holidays right now. Try what I'm seeing, you looking into their eyes and seeing him in their eyes, is what the picture he's showing me. So when you do that, when you see him in their eyes, honor that and celebrate with them in a normal way and make their life as normal as possible. Because it's harder for kids to navigate, even though adults, it's hard for us, and then we have to take care of kids too. But try to do some normal holiday things with them to make them feel safe and normal, like things are, so they're content and secure, I think is what I want to say. You're welcome, Brandy. Yeah, Ann T and Tiny are talking about my husband likes to play with my lights. Yep, that happens all the time. All the time. I tell this, yes, sweet love 777. Yes. I was getting ready to do a reading. Interesting, because the reading was for a gentleman who I read on a live TikTok, and he was so excited. His energy was so high, and I hadn't got on the call yet. I didn't know who he was, and I didn't remember reading him on the live because his name on here was different, and I don't have the brain capacity to remember all that. My TV wouldn't turn off. My husband and I were watching a program about 30 minutes before the reading. I couldn't get the remote to turn it off. I couldn't physically get it to turn off, and the volume wouldn't turn down. Yeah, they do stuff with electricity. I actually had to unplug the TV from the wall after about 5 or 6 minutes trying to get it to turn off, because I can't do a reading in a room next to where the TV's blasting. And when I got on the call with the gentleman, his energy was so high and he was so amped up. You could just see it in his face. You could feel it. He was so excited. He was talking really fast. And he also had his wife in the room with him behind the camera, so I couldn't see. So I'm thinking, yeah, these spirits were coming in hot, and that's why the electricity was so whacked out. They're really good at doing stuff with electricity. Let's see, there was... Okay, Anna. Was it a aneurysm or something, Anna? Breaks for Fraggles? Blessings from Missouri. I was born in Missouri. St. Louis is where I was born. I lived in Missouri till I was 15 years old. Autumn. Yes, she can hear your thoughts. So this is a question I get a lot. Can they see everything we do? Can they hear everything we think? Yeah, they can. But they're really not too concerned about the mundane thoughts we have, and they don't judge us for the thoughts we have. They understand humans are complicated. They don't care about the personal and private things we do behind closed doors that are, private stuff. I don't want to get banned, but you know what I mean. So yeah, they can hear it, and they're busy doing other things and visiting other people, so they're not going to just read your mind to gossip about you. Spirits are not interested in that. When people have hide sight, what do you do? I don't know what that means, Terry. Can you clarify that? Hi, Southern Brandy. I do talk about it. I do free readings on TikTok right here. And after the first of the year, I'm going to try to do some on Instagram and YouTube. It's just my biggest following is on TikTok, and I just feel like I can help more people here. Right now, a reading is $120, but I have a 25% off coupon. The coupon code is PEACE2021. It's kind of hard to find on the website when you book. It's a little gray on the right. when you're booking, there's a little gray square or something. It says coupon, Peace 2021. So it's about $93 after the coupon. Oh, okay. Pulmonary embolism. Okay. From the lung to the heart to the brain, I imagine. I'm so sorry, Anna. Yeah. Thank you, sweet love triple. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, those and he was it was just sudden, no pre-existing conditions or anything. Hi, Patty from Jersey. All right, Southern Brandy. I hope you're still on here. Send me the first name and relationship, and I'll see if I can make a connection. I'm getting tired. It's 10 o'clock here. I don't know where all you guys are, but I work. It's finals week where I teach, and it's like grading. Let's see if Southern. Where'd she go? Yeah, Anna. Dang, that's tough. I'm so sorry. Okay, Southern Brandy 90 David Dad. The first word I heard was gentleman. So I'm thinking Southern gentleman. Is he very gentlemanly? That was the first thing that came into my head when I read that. You're welcome, Anna. Just know, Anna, that he's around all the time. Anytime you think of him right now, you're going to get a sign. Everybody who's getting readings and stuff right now, you're going to see something weird happening about this person very soon. Oh, Southern Brandy. Yes, gentleman. Okay, Southern gentleman. Okay. And now I hear godly man. So I don't know if he did something with ministering, deacon, something godly. I hear godly man. Okay. Oh, thank you, Autumn. Let me know, Southern. Song leader. Okay. Okay. Now, sometimes they show me things that they wish they had, and sometimes it's literal. Would he have had facial hair? Yes, okay. All right, so I'm definitely with your dad, David. It's so interesting because my brother-in-law who passed was a Methodist minister, and I'm seeing him very clearly while I'm reading your dad, David. And he had the beard, and so I'm seeing them like very similarly. So that's my sign that that's how your dad was. And now he's saying, kiss my baby girl. And that's the message he wants to give you. So I don't know if you have a young girl or if you're the young girl, but he's saying, kiss my baby girl. And sending you love. So let me know if you understand that. Thank you for all the likes and roses and everything, everyone. You're the baby. Okay. Okay. Wonderful. That is wonderful. Everyone, thank you. Oh, it is late and Peaceful Nick is tired. So thank you all for joining me. I'm on, starting next week, I'm on a break from work or my day job. So hopefully I'll be going live a lot more because I've had company and I've moved and all kinds of stuff. You're welcome. So I haven't been on live. This is the first live I've been on in like 3 weeks. So thank you all so much. peacefulnickthemedium@gmail.com is my email if you want to join any of my classes or evening readings. You can book on my website. Remember, coupon code PEACE2021. Everybody follow Kathy Barron's Medium. She's wonderful. She's extraordinary. Thank you all. I'm wishing you peace. Hopefully Monday or Tuesday I'll go live again. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful evening. Sleep well. Bye. Thank you, Kathy. Bye.